Welcome back to the Toughest Nails podcast. We're here today with Matt Richter from Soundwave Music Studio, 78 Church Street, the newest and great addition to Church Street. So, Matt, tell me about your inspiration. I know it says on your store, music never sleeps. So tie that in and tell me about your inspiration.
So I found the love of education a long time ago. My grandparents were teachers. My mom was an educator. And I wanted to do something different outside of the school system to give the kids more of a one-on-one kind of feel. I feel people learn better with one-on-one instruction. So that was more of my inspiration. And music just keeps constantly going all day long. I feel like there's always a beat, there's always something going on. So. And
you grew up and learned about it in Naugatuck, right?
I did, yep.
Where'd you go to school?
So I learned, I went to college, University of New Haven.
Yeah.
I studied there, I got my bachelor's degree. And then going backwards, I studied with a gentleman by the name of Bill Rotella in Naugatuck here years ago.
Yeah.
He's no longer around, but
Rubber Ave?
Rubber Ave, yep.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come back and kind of bring that music vibe back to the town with lessons and stuff, just to give the people something else, something fun.
So a little bird told me that you're sensational at drums. Is that right?
I like to be humble. I'm not I've studied, I've worked hard. It's just a passion of mine, and I've enjoyed doing it. And I credit my parents for, letting me practice 3 hours a day in the basement and rocking the.
Were you in a band?
I was in a band, yeah.
What was the name of the band?
Brighter Than 1,000 Suns, and it was like a heavy metal kind of group. And we toured the States a few times, and it was fun. We were signed to a record label, so it was fun. I did the touring thing and just kind of got stale, so I wanted to do teaching.
All right, now at your studio, you also have a guitar teacher?
Yeah, I have a guitar teacher, Tyler. He's been with me for 6 years now.
Yeah, so Tyler also is a product of Naugatuck.
Yep.
And I've seen him play on the green.
Yep.
He's an excellent player, and I haven't seen him in a while. So how's he doing?
He's good. He's doing well. He's a teacher now. He has his music education degree, so he's doing that, and then he comes here on Mondays and Wednesdays and teaches.
Make sure you say hello to him for me.
I will.
And what about the piano? You also teach piano?
Yeah, so I started studying the piano around the same time, maybe a couple years after I was doing the drums. So I teach that too. And a lot of the people we get, a lot of the kids want to be rock stars. So they go for either the guitar or the drums. So that's the biggest thing that I get now. I have quite a few piano players, but I feel like drums and guitar is kind of the thing right now for people. So.
Yeah, so what about music that you liked, growing up, we'll say?
So when I started studying, he was a jazz guy, so I ultimately got into Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, the big band stuff, and that's probably one of my biggest things that I still go back to today. I like rock, heavy metal. I like all styles of music. You kind of have to when you teach.
Well, who do you like in heavy metal?
I like Megadeth, Metallica, stuff like that. For rock, Led Zeppelin. I like Boston.
So who's better than Jimmy Page on the guitar?
I don't know. I don't think anyone.
I have a few that can compete.
There is a few. Yeah, there is a few. But music is so. Every genre has their people, and it's tough to pick. What band is good. Because everyone's good. Everyone. Music. Anyone can make music, even if you don't know what you're doing.
Sure. And what about ages? What? Tell me about your students.
Yeah. So the youngest I have is 4, and the oldest I have is 75.
Oh, what's he taking?
So he's doing piano.
Piano.
Yeah. He did it a long time ago.
That's a good age to be 75.
It is. It's a good age, and you're never too old to learn an instrument. I have people coming in all the time asking, can I do this? Can I do that? I said, yeah.
Well, it helps your brain, right? Working in music.
Because when you're playing, you're not using just one side, you're using everything. Because with the drums, piano, guitar even, you're using all your limbs. So you could be playing a different rhythm up top and playing a different rhythm on the bottom. So your brain is constantly going.
So I did a little homework on you, and one thing I learned is that you try and make your sessions fun.
Yep.
So tell me about your, how you run your sessions.
So I work with a lot of special needs children too at the studio, and they come in, and some days are different than others. Some days they're down or upset, and I just try to make the environment fun. So I try to problem solve and think of a different way to teach what I want to get across that day. So it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. And then by the end of the session, they're coming out, they're smiling, and I feel good about that. It makes me feel really good about that. So.
And how do you like being on Church Street?
Love Church Street. I have a lot of friends on Church Street. I got a lot of love here the first few months I've been here. So it's been fun.
And it's going to be a lot nicer over the next year.
Yes.
And you're in the right spot, right? Down
Yes.
there by the Loaded Goat.
Yep, right next to the hub, 78 Church Street. It's a good spot. You get a lot of traffic and, like I said, a lot of love, so I appreciate that.
And we're glad you're here. And we want everyone to know about Soundwave Music Studio. So welcome to
Thank you,
Naugatuck,
Mayor.
and
Appreciate
the
it.
best is yet to come.
Thank you.